Peace and joy, guys. Welcome back to another video. Drumheller Farms. We are a first generation regenerative farm. Today we are off the farm though, and we're going to be doing a farm tour about 45 minutes south of us at a farm called Godfrey Brothers in Jonesville, Michigan. We're going to be meeting up with my son Nolan Drumheller, who's been working on this farm now for about a year, and really excited to check out their operation. Come along with us. I appreciate you watching. Hit that subscribe button. All right, we're here with Nolan, and he's going to give us a quick tour of the operation. So what kind of farm are you guys here?
So we're a no-till farm, and we have a lot of dairy heifers, but we don't actually milk any of them. We just raise them for the local dairy farms. They send them to us as calves. We raise them to be full-grown heifers, and then we send them back.
All right, so I noticed you're putting in a TMR. What all you got in this ration that you're making?
So this little bunk right here is DDG, which is a byproduct of ethanol. This is chopped corn silage, so just entire corn plants chopped up. The one over there is just chopped alfalfa, so that's our haylage. That mini bunk over there is kind of like an afterthought. We didn't think we were going to have enough corn silage to make it through the year, so we chopped a little bit drier stuff and packed into that little one.
And I see you guys got a lagoon out there.
Yep. So we repurpose a lot of our water. We have sumps out there that float around on like a little raft, and we'll use that water to flush out our flush flumes in the barns.
And then what kind of bedding do you have in your bunk?
So for all the big ones, they're all rubber mats and foam padding, and then the hospital pens where an animal goes if it's injured or whatever, it's just straw.
So he's got a scale here on the side of this feed mixer, and he knows how much to put of each product. This is what they call a TMR, a total mix ration. Let's see how many pounds he puts into that. He's about 800 pounds there he just put in. So how much weight do you have back there right now?
Oh, right now there's 8,100 pounds. This is our smallest load out of the 3 that we feed every day.
3 different loads, so you got 3 different pens of cattle, or?
We feed multiple pens typically with every load, but once it gets up to a certain weight, the cart can't hold anymore. So we have to break them up.
What do you have them separated with?
Okay, so these guys right here are the youngest. This is the south lot. The one right next to them is the upper lot, and they're just a little bit bigger. This part on the right is where they get moved to once they are getting bred. So this is the barn where the breeder goes every day and checks cattle that need to be checked for things. So
you guys have somebody that does all the breeding?
Yep.
You AI all the cattle?
Yeah.
Look at this stuff. Boy, definitely not what I would feed my cattle, but it does smell good, I'll tell you that. I'd say one of the noticeable things about this farm is everything is very well kept. Everything is paved. Even pulling into the farm, everything's got a nice blacktop drive, and things are neat and tidy. You can tell that they take a lot of pride in what they do, and I definitely respect that. And here's their lagoon pit, and this is where Nolan was talking about. They got that little pontoon floating around. I'm guessing that somehow that's separating the water from the solids. And he said they reuse a lot of their water here to flush their stalls, which is really cool. It's actually warm a little bit. Whole corn stalk just chopped right up. You can see little pieces of corn in there, and it smells good. And to my knowledge, you want that corn chopped up as best as possible because it's easier for the heifers to digest. Got a little in my beard. Looks like you need to turn the defrost on inside there.
It's actually not even foggy in there.
Looks like it's foggy or dirty, one or the other, eh? This is their hay silage pit, and this is some stuff that my cattle would like to eat. Nice green chopped alfalfa hay. Smells good as well. And all forage right there. That's some good stuff right there, real good stuff. You see, he needed a little more of the corn silage. That's why he took that tool and scraped the edge of it. Boy, this thing's heavy duty. Wow. Those teeth are almost sharp. Take a little bit closer look at this product here. This is a byproduct of ethanol. So don't know a whole lot about it, but I guess after the corn, the ethanol comes out of the corn. This is what's left, and they're feeding this to the cows. Apparently there is some good protein to this still, so it's already gone through removing the ethanol from the corn, and this is what's left. So inside the feed wagon here, it looks like there's 4 augers in this unit, and it's just mixing all that product up to an even consistency. Do not go inside there. I'll tell you, you'll have a extremely bad day. Like that's all he needed. So they got some more equipment parked in here. Another feeder wagon, big gravity wagon, another loader, and looks like they got their semis tucked away for the winter. There's their chopper right there. That's the tool they use to make all these products here that they're feeding to the heifers. really fun to see a different operation. You know, our cows being out on pasture their whole lives, never really seeing concrete until their one bad day, which is slaughter day. But really fun to see what they got going on here and watch the cows eat this silage. They love it. There's no doubt they love it. So do you guys ever have to go and sweep it up for them, or do they just kind of clean everything up?
We're getting there. Just wait. We're getting there.
Okay.
I'll explain it. But we got to go lock in the breeders real quick. I'll show you how to do that.
All right. You do this so they can breed them or check them, or?
Yep. So the breeder comes every single day.
Every day, huh?
Every day he comes and checks them and breeds the ones that need to be breeded and make sure that the ones that are pregnant are still pregnant.
So that locks their head gates in, so that way that they can't come out of the head gate?
Yep, makes it so that they can trip.
Doesn't look like very many of them got locked in there.
Yeah, gotta wait.
Oh, they'll come back and then
So
they'll be locked.
So then when they come in, they put their head down and it trips it so that they stay in.
Okay. What time does he come?
He usually sends me a text message and lets me know. It's usually like 11, but he's been late.
And that guy does not work for the farm?
No. The 2 pipes that run into the lagoon down there, one of them runs from this reception pit up here. This is our feed pusher. This runs about 7 o'clock at night, and it comes through and just pushes all that feed close up to them, and they finish it off
Robotically?
Yep. There's little sensors in the floor to tell it where it's at.
I'm familiar with the Genie Lele, but not this brand.
So this runs all on one cable. This is the only thing that runs just this side of the barn. That side has its own unit too. But it kind of works in like a loop. When one side tightens, the other side loosens and lets it go. So they're never on the same side. They're always on opposite sides of one another.
And this just scrapes all the manure right down into this pit.
Right.
And there's piping that goes out to that lagoon.
Right. So over here, it runs down into there, and I can show you the business end of things inside the building. We use that propane tank to store air, and it blows out all the lines every time it runs automatically.
And somehow it's separating the solids from the liquids, and you're reusing the water.
So once it gets in the pit, it does. Over time, all the solids settle to the bottom. So when that sump runs, it just pulls water off the top. We got 2 reception pits. One's right there, and this is the newest one.
What is a reception pit?
This is where it all goes and gets collected from the barns. Or like that one over there, we scrape everything out and push it into it. So once it's down there, if you look down there, there's a big pump, and it essentially is just a, I don't know how you, like a plunger is all it is, and it just sucks it up, and then when it compresses, it pushes it out to the pond.
You guys spread any of the manure out on your fields?
Yeah, whenever they come and empty that, that's where it gets spread.
So you have a custom company that comes and does that?
Mm-hmm.
So how many acres do you guys farm?
Roughly, if I had to take a guess, it's right about 3,500, but it's all pretty much centralized into a 3-mile radius. So
nice.
Yeah, so we don't have to go very far. It's
Is that
nice.
Mostly owned land or leased land?
Most of it's owned land, some of it's leased. It's kind of a mix of everything.
And you guys are all no-till farmers.
Right.
Boy, I like hearing that. How about cover cropping? Do you do any cover crops?
We don't do any cover crops.
Oh, man, you're almost there.
I know it.
You're almost there.
That's our harrow. I think wild. Came from Australia.
I see you guys got some irrigated fields.
Every field that we own that's big enough to have irrigation has irrigation. That's our fertilizer barn. And our nitrogen storage.
This is all full full of nitrogen?
Yeah, most of it. We don't have every one of our tanks full yet.
Buying it for next year.
Yep.
And you store all your grain, or how does that work?
So when we get our beans off the field, they go directly to get sold, but the corn we keep until springtime.
Sell it when it's a higher market?
Right. So it would be this bin and another bin, probably half that size we have full of corn right now. Here's our scale. Alright, I don't know why I wanted to show you this. I just want to show you. I just think this is cool for some reason. This generator will power the entire farm and all 3 houses when the power goes out.
That runs off of diesel?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. What kind of motor's on that?
John Deere, something. I don't know.
Bet you this room gets warm, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Cool, cool. So you can bring a truck in here and...
Yep, during harvest season, we pull these mats out, and in springtime. So in the summertime, we pull these mats out. There's a huge pit down there. And when the truck pulls in, you just open the hoppers and walk away.
Everything drops down in?
Mm-hmm. And even if it doesn't all fit in there, you know, the corn that builds up will hold it in the truck until it falls. So it's kind of nice having such a big pit. I've been all the way to the top of that thing. On days like this, that sucks.
And what's this one here?
That's your dryer.
Okay. That's a big dryer, huh?
Yeah. So the top half is for heating, and the bottom half is for cooling. So there's a giant burner in there, and it just shoots a flame straight up, about halfway up. And then there's a fan right underneath of it, which pushes air out of the screens, because the corn runs in between the 2 screens. And then simultaneously, the corn that's down below that's already hot is being cooled by the air coming in that it's sucking in. So it's kind of cool. Works by gravity. Keep it simple.
So you guys raise replacement heifers for a couple dairy farms around the area. How many different dairy farms do you raise them for?
There's 3 of them that we raise them for.
But then you, at like what, 2 years of age, 1 year of age?
Believe that it's typically like a year, year and a half.
But do you guys do any calving here on the farm or no?
No.
No.
They just bring us calves and we give them back.
Pregnant?
Right.
Okay. As you can see, everything is neat and tidy here. Everything is paved. There's no mud going in and out of the barns for the cattle. Nolan said actually he would go around the other side of that barn, but because it's rainy out today, he doesn't want to track the mud in. We got a pretty good setup right there with the grain bins. Everything's just nice and tidy here. I like that, nice and clean. Thanks for the tour.
Anytime.
All right, well, thanks for watching the video. started raining on us pretty good there, so the drone footage wasn't really the best, but it was fun doing the farm tour. And comment, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if this is something you'd like to see more of. I know I sure had fun hanging out in the morning with my son, and just really proud of him and what he's got going on over there on the farm. It's kind of funny because farming was on neither one of our radars. Never thought either one of us would be farming, and here we are, both farming. So I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. God bless.